Why, hello. It's been a while. Let's fix another MacBook. Here, we have a MacBook that needs to be fixed. This is a MacBook Air. This MacBook Air has liquid damage. Let's take a look at the board. Get an idea of what's going on with this little MacBook. I also forgot to tighten my camera stand. Crap. Looks like we have some fairly obvious liquid damage up here. I gotta say, I'm loving this new lens. It does show how unsteady everything is, including my hand. Also, sorry that I haven't been as frequent with videos recently. It has been very, 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 very ungodly busy, and there's been quite a bit to do. I also had to get my PC fixed, but I finally have a nice little water cooling setup here, even if it doesn't quite fit into this Corsair case the way I would want. I never have to worry about this machine going vroom, vroom, over and over again anytime I hit start streaming, because that Enermax pile of trash liquid cooler is now gone. So, yes, I'm dumb. I'm the dum-dum that bought the Enermax liquid cooler. I'm one of the 5 idiots that bought that pile of crap. But it is now gone. Never to return again. Unless I decide to bash it on camera. Which is kind of more than what it deserves, really. But this is beautiful now. I can encode with very aggressive settings. And I don't have to worry about... Yeah, like this is encoding at aggressive settings. I cannot hear a damn thing. These fans are all at like 500 RPM. And my load temperature is 55 Celsius. Nice. Beautiful. Yes. I like it. It's working the way it's supposed to work. So, we are going to get started fixing some MacBooks. How is your frog doing, Paul?
He's being cute.
What does a frog do when he's being cute?
I don't know. Just the way he sits. The way he moves, the way he sits.
Does he go, ribbit, ribbit? Paul has a frog, and his frog goes ribbit. Ribbit. Okay. First thing we're going to do is take this MacBook's DC-in board, plug it in.
Watching TV yesterday.
Oh, that's so cute. Can I show him on camera? That's hard. Let's see.
What?
That's Froggy. That's an adorable little froggy. What a cute little froggy. Ribbit. Froggy goes ribbit. I want a frog. Can I have a frog? What would happen if I had a frog?
Can you feed it live crickets every day?
I can feed it live. I can feed it live kittens.
Live kittens. That would be a big frog. There are frogs that can eat kittens.
Would the frog eat the kitten, or would the kitty eat the frog?
The kitty would eat my frog. My frog's too small.
Froggy goes ribbit, ribbit. So cute. What an adorable little froggy. Ribbit. All right, we're going to plug this in. Sorry, I'm dozing off a little bit here. MacBooks do need to be fixed. Lewis says need to stop dozing off. Okay, so as you can see here, we have no light on the charger. So we're going to turn on Paul Daniels' awful multimeter software and see what happens here. So the first thing rail that we need in order to get a light in the charger is PP3V42_G3hot. Let's open up a board view for the 820-00165 MacBook, and see where PP3V42_G3hot is. If you don't know why PP3V42_G3hot is supposed to be the first rail that shows up in this MacBook, I highly suggest that you check out my videos on the one-wire circuit on boards.rossmangroup.com, because if I explain why you need that power rail even one more time, I might just have an aneurysm. So, as you can see, PP3V42 is going to be over there, over here, over there. So let's see if it's present on my board. And it's not. Now we're going to see if we have a short to ground on PP3V42_G3hot, because a short to ground can keep it from showing up. It's not shorted to ground. 10 kiloohms. What could it be? All right, so now we have to find the PP3V42_G3hot creation circuit. And take a look around, and let's see why it's not being created. U7090 is the chip that's going to create PP3V42_G3hot. And it needs to be getting voltage as it's enabled. It's enabled and its input pin. As can be seen over here, the voltage in pin is pin 6, and it's supposed to be getting either 8.6 volts from the battery on its PP Bus G3 Hot, or if the battery's dead, it's supposed to be getting 18.5 volts from the charger. Let's see what it's getting on pin 6. We're going to move the microscope over. Wow. Much corrosion. Much corrosion. And let's see what we're getting on input. Seems like we're getting 0.1 millivolts on input. No good. We checked over here on the diode, pin 3. I wonder if there's a short to ground over there, because do keep in mind, there are not just capacitors on output. There are also capacitors on input. capacitor C7091, capacitor C7090, and capacitor C7092. So that can actually be shorted to ground as well. We're going to put our multimeter back into impedance mode, resistance mode, hashtag resist mode, and see if we have a short to ground over there. We don't. 5 kilo ohms to ground. Looks like we have to go further up the chain to figure out what's wrong with this MacBook. All right, I'm going to plug my charger in again, put the multimeter into voltage mode. Let's see what's happening behind the diode. Now, I don't expect to be anything on the PP bus yet, because we need PP3V42_G3 hot before we get the PP bus. So before we get to ride the PP bus, let's check out PP18V5. That's the voltage that's supposed to be coming in from the charger. That's supposed to be present on pin 2 of the diode. And pin 2 of the diode is going to be the left pin. Nothing. Wow. Okay. Let's continue our journey upwards. Now, what's feeding pin 2 of the diode is going to be R7005, a 10 ohm resistor. Let's find that 10 ohm resistor and make it stop resisting. So, what do we have here? 0 volts. It's not the resistor. Okay, let's continue up the chain. Let's continue up the chain. Now, Q7010 is a transistor that's going to open and allow this to come through. So, let's take a look by making this full screen for a moment here. Now, Q7010 is a P-channel MOSFET. The way a P-channel MOSFET works is it's going to allow power to go through when the voltage on the gate is lower than the voltage on the source. So voltage is going to go from the source over to the drain, or current, or energy, or wattage, or grrr. I'm going to just start going grrr. There are some engineers watching the channel that have gotten angry. The fact that I'll say current instead of amperage, voltage instead of amperage, power instead of amperage. From now on, I'm just going to grunt. Grrr. Super male vitality. So this is going to allow the power to go through when the voltage on the gate is lower than the voltage on the source. Now here, we have a path to ground for the gate. R7011 and D7012 provide a path to ground to lower that voltage a little bit. R7010 and R7011 are going to allow some voltage to go to the gate, but if this diode is doing its job, that voltage is going to be brought down by a little bit, which will allow this to open and get the job done. Now, the way I know this is a P-channel MOSFET, if you're unaware of how I would figure that out, is by Googling it. So I'm going to right-click and do that. Then I'm going to go over to my web browser, and I'm going to search for it. And if you search for it, the first result on Google, which I should really stop using and change it to DuckDuckGo as my default because Google are blah, is a P channel. That's how I know that it's a P channel and not an N channel. There are some people who have a brain, unlike me, who know that this is a P or an N channel simply by looking at the internal picture. And I've been doing this job for damn near 10 years, and I forgot how to tell. Don't be stupid like Lewis, but also realize that if a stupid person like Lewis can figure this out and do it, you can too. But back to the schematic. Now let's see if Q7010 is doing its job, or if it's not being told to do its job. So I'm gonna check the power at the gate and the source. I already checked the power at the gate at the drain. I checked it right over here, and I didn't have nothing. So we're gonna check at the gate and the source. Let's go back to the view that's split. MacBook, that needs to be fixed. 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 MacBook, 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 MacBook. Let me pet your BlackBerry. Nobody pets my BlackBerry. BlackBerry does not have a price. How dare you? She's my angel, my princess. A mere $2 is not going to allow you to pet my princess. You bastard. $2.
$2 to get Mr. Clinton to bite your arm, though.
$2 to pet my princess. Figlio de putana. Sacetu sei un pizzo de mierda. You think you're cool, right? When you kick BlackBerry out of her house, I tell you this. 1 in 3 Americans is dying out of cancer. You know, asshole? You're going to be one of those. I didn't have the courage to kick your ass directly. Didn't have enough courage for that. But I could, you know? And so could BlackBerry. Did you know you're going to have another accident? You know I'm involved with black kittens? Fuck you. Die. Bastard. You think you're so cool, asshole. And if I ever see your fucking face around in Brooklyn or Manhattan, I'll kick your ass. Fuck you. Fucking American. Fucking Yankee. You're gonna die out of cancer. I promise. Deep pain. No one knows what you did to me. You want to know something? Fuck you. I want your balls mashed. Eat shit. Bastard. Pizza de mierda. Figlio de putana. I hope somebody in your family dies soon. I hope that somebody in your family dies soon. Fuck you and your $2. Asshole. Thinking I'm going to whore my cat out to you for $2! The nerve! Okay, let's check this out. Now, what we need to do is check the gate as well as the source. Now, one of the difficult things here, because of Paul Daniels' software, and Paul Daniels' software just causes so many problems in life, is that the transistor is going to show up differently on the board than how it is in the program. So on the board, Q7010 has 4 solder pads on the left and 4 solder pads on the right in this configuration. However, in Paul Daniels' fuck-ass, everything upside down, dingo, baby-eating software, it has 1 pin on the top and then 3 pins on the bottom, which looks nothing like this. In what fucking world does this look like this, Paul Daniels? Really now? I understand. Your toilet water goes the wrong way. I get it. Things just don't fit the way they're supposed to. When you live in the fictitious nation of Australia, where NASA sends all its people to pretend that they exist so that they can continue pushing the conspiracy theory that the earth is round. I'm enlightened. I know that the earth is not round. I and Philly Puska are enlightened and know that I can't keep a straight fucking face. Oh, Jess's mentor. The person that got Jessa started in electronics repair thinks the earth is flat. I can't. I thought I could make it through that. I'm a bad fucking actor. Okay, anyway. I'm a bad actor. I suck. Oh. Anyway. This isn't Paul's fault. These board views just suck. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do here. So I don't know what the fuck the gate is. I don't know which one is the gate. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna measure something that I know is on the gate. So for example, the gate and the source are on each pin of C7012. If I buy the shop door and pay for the complete disrespect option, will you color it in with Clinton and BlackBerry and then set it on fire? Well, I don't know what you mean by color it in with Clinton and BlackBerry. Do you mean draw Clinton and BlackBerry? Do you mean write Clinton and BlackBerry? Do you mean color it in while Clinton and BlackBerry are sitting next to me? I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. However, I am fully willing to set that door on fire. And I will set it on fire right outside of Paul's new house if somebody actually purchases it. No, I'm kidding. He'll kill me if I do that. But this is the door that he's referring to. So to try to fund the $10,000 to $12,000 in SSD and additional hard drive data recovery tools and camera equipment that I got and computing equipment that I got to be able to record all of that, I am selling random shit around the store and autographing it. Fuck Apple. And today, you can get this door that we used to have. This door was a very nice door back when my store had myself and 1 other employee. However, since we've gone from 2 employees to 12 employees, that shit just gets in the way. So we got rid of it. And we are now selling this store door that says, fuck Apple, signed Louis Rossmann, for the low, low price of $300. You can buy it with complete disrespect for $100. All the staff signatures for additional $30. A blown Bafang motor core signed fuck Apple that I blew going over the bridge. A Bafang motor controller that was set on fire after modifying it to 60 amps and the 90 amps signed fuck Apple. And if you have an additional $250,000, you might even be able to get a lifetime ownership of Kevin. That's clearly a joke. Please don't come after me for human trafficking because that is humor. That being said, back to the board. Thank you to JP and thank you to the other guy that just sent something whose donation went off the screen. Okay, now, back to what we were looking at. So as can be seen here, I don't know. Ah, please shave. I have shaved. I am Italian. My hair is not human. It's a creature in and of itself. You see this shit up here? You think I have any control over this? I have no control over this. I shave, I shave, I shave. I use an electric shaver, but the electric shaver actually keeps a lot of this random. It doesn't really do a good job. Even if you get a really high end one, it always leaves shit on there. So you have to use a normal shaver. And when I use a normal razor, it fucking decimates my face. My hair doesn't want to leave. It's not like you just do this and it leaves. It's like it's awful. And okay, back to work. Plus $2 is not even enough to shave. Not even $2. That's 2 foreign fuck ass somethings. That's some that's some socialist money right there. I don't know what that is. I can't spend that. Maybe I can. I'm being an idiot right now. Let's go back to this. So, C7012 is going to have one foot on the gate and another on the source. So if I can find C7012, even if there's nothing that is certain about this where things are on this transistor, I can know whether I'm measuring the gate or the source by clicking pin 2 or 1 or measuring pin 2 and 1 on the capacitor. So let's take a look at that capacitor and see what we're getting at these different points. Now, on pin 2 of the capacitor, which is supposed to be the gate, I get 18 volts. And on pin 1, I also get 18 volts. So of course this is not going to work. Now, I can't blame the transistor at that point. Can't blame the transistor because it's doing what it's supposed to do. P-channel. A P-channel transistor means that when you have the same voltage on the gate and the source, nothing's going to go through to the drain. Can't blame it. So now we got to see what's causing it to not make its way to ground. So, few possibilities here. Behind door number 1, C7012 has become short-circuited. Since this C7012 is no longer a capacitor, but acting as a wire, it is taking whatever's in the source and always bringing it to the gate all the time. Behind door number 2, R7011 has decided that it's going to die. Very unlikely. The reason it's unlikely is because R7011 is going to be what is carrying my 18 volts from the charger up here to the gate. That's unlikely. Behind door number 3, D7012 has died. D7012 is no longer allowing a path to ground, is no longer decreasing the voltage on the gate, and that's why the voltage on the gate is 18. So, I'm going to bypass thinking R7011 is my problem. I'm going to unplug power from the case, and then I'm going to measure the resistance between the 2 pins of C7012. Because if the capacitor has short-circuited and become a wire, this would be very apparent with a simple voltage measurement. And it has not, which means that the fault here is going to lie with the diode. So let's take a look at where the diode is. We're going to find this diode. Our Zener diode is D7012. It's right there. And what do you know? It has some green stuff around it. Now, is the diode itself bad? Or does the diode simply need a little bit of reflow? One way to find out. As we can see, door purchased. I expect a cat video at said door and a barbecue afterwards. You've got to be fucking kidding me. Nobody bought this door. I'll be fucking damned. Paul, somebody bought the door.
Somebody bought the door?
Yeah. They said they paid for the disrespect, but they want to see the door set on fire.
Right now?
Well, I don't think now is a good time because I don't have a place to put it. But where can we set this on fire, Paul? They paid for it. Did you sell those MacBook screens? Yes, but I actually have more coming up. It's in the basement.
It's in the basement.
Yeah, but I can't set it on fire up here because like this shit, nothing in here is fucking fire
I
resistant.
have a fire pit in my backyard.
You have a fire pit in your
I
backyard?
have a fire pit.
Okay, now I have to clarify because he said he wanted me to color in the fuck apple with blackberry and Clinton and then set it on fire. Does he mean that he wants me to actually? I'm not going to set fire to my cat. Fuck that. Even for $400. Uh, what does that mean? Does that mean that blackberry and Clinton sit next to me while I do the coloring? Because I can do that.
That would be a cool little video.
Yeah,
You having arts and crafts time with the cat?
I could bring the cat to work.
Have arts and crafts time with.
I've actually wanted to get a cat carrier that fits them both that I can have on top on my handlebars as I'm riding the bike.
Yeah. What about a backpack one like the delivery guys? But
Are you
mesh?
kidding? They're gonna jump out of that. If I can't see them at all times, I don't trust it. I can't.
It's secure.
Somebody bought the fucking door. Wow. All right. You have to do a live interview with the person that purchased that. You need to have an interview with setting it on fire. You also have to bring the cats there. I can't have, no, not the cat. I can't have the cat on fire. You said you would color the letters in with just Blackberry and Clinton supervising on catnip. Okay, so Blackberry and Clinton supervise me coloring in the lettering that says fuck Apple. Will do. You earned it, my friend. And thank you. I feel slightly less stupid for spending $500 on a fucking lens and another $500 on camera shit. Another $1,000. I got a new HDMI capture card, another $1,000 on computer shit, water cooling setup for computer, and like $9,000, $10,000 worth of data recovery twice for Steve. RIP credit card. But I feel slightly less stupid now. We're gonna do it. We're gonna set that shit on fire. Thank you very much, JP. And we're gonna send that to you. We're gonna mail that to you. We gotta find some good packaging for that door too, Paul. Oh damn.
He wants it after it's burnt.
Wait a sec. Do I have to wait? Do you want us to ship you the? Actually, no. That's wood. Once it's set on fire, it's done.
Well, no, we can ship some ashes.
Can we ship ashes? Can we have like what's that word? A cremation.
Yeah, we'll cremate the door and ship him the ashes in a little urn. We'll find a little urn and everything.
We'll find an urn. Yeah, we'll send you the ashes at the door in an urn. With an apple-flavored Jolly Rancher inside. Do they make? No, they make apple-flavored Starburst, not Jolly Rancher.
They have sour apple. It's a green.
Sour apple. Yeah, because because the experience of spending money with apple makes you sour.
You're gonna have to ship it to my house though, so I could burn it.
Ship. I befang.
You could buffet it to my house too.
I'm gonna have it on backpack. Actually, Paul and I have a bet as to whether or not bad things will happen if I take a specific route to his house.
Green apple.
Green apple. Green apple. Okay. Back to the diode. Back to the diode. So as you can see here, there's a lot of these chunks that are visible, similar to what it is you'll puke if you eat whey protein. This is what your shit's gonna look like if you ever use whey protein, by the way. This is what your shit's gonna look like if you allow your trainer to suggest that you try whey protein. All this stuff, this corrosion didn't just magically appear. This used to be parts that were soldered on here. They used to be a part of the solder joints, and now they're gone. So I'm gonna see if simply flowing that into place works. Yeah, Paul lives in Jersey, so he has a backyard, so he can help me with that. I'm glad I didn't put a delivery time on that thing. Now there's a reason I'm pushing it down. I'm pushing it down to compress the solder that was there. Because most likely there was some sort of junk that was inside of that solder. So I have pushed down to try to push any of the junk out and refloat it with the flux in order to make sure I get a nice, happy little joint. All right, now we're going to wait for this to cool off. We can use our patent-pending rapid cool technology. Professional. Professional. Beautiful. Macbook. All right, it's about enough cooling for me. So, let's see if this thing turns on. No green light, no turning on. So perhaps that diode is actually bad and needs to be replaced. Let's see. Uh-oh. Okay. Now we have nothing anywhere. Did Lewis actually plug the charger in, or does Lewis simply think he plugged the charger in? Uh-oh. Spaghettios. Are you getting power at the port at least? My charger is not even outputting anything. That's incredibly strange. Oh. I think my MagSafe has finally decided it's had enough of me. Yeah, my MagSafe's sick of my shit. I think I may have to shave this down a little bit more. Here we interrupt this stream for a brief intermission. I am going to repair my MagSafe. This is not being done because I'm cheap. This is being done because I'm lazy. To get up and get another one requires getting up. And that's something I'm not willing to do that right now. So we're shaving away the dirt. We're adding a little bit of solder on. And the flux is going to get rid of the junk. HAKKO is getting himself a ThinkPad, by the way. Plays that Pentium Celeron piece of shit, whatever Toshiba laptop he's got. ThinkPad W541. HAKKO is going to be styling. Okay, I'm not going to turn the power supply on until this is connected. And nothing. Thank you, lazy robot. I appreciate that. Oh, interesting. Now it seems like the charger is putting out 0. What about this DC-in fuse? Let's see. What is even making its way to the DC-in board? 0. Okay. Yeah, I think it's about time I get a new MagSafe. Paul, do we have any MagSafe 2s that are 85 watts that I can cut? Doing data recovery while watching. Be nice to MagSafe. I'll try. I tried to solder mine, but it's...
Solder it where?
I added solder to each one of the pins.
Did that work?
No.
Oh.
Is this 85 watt?
Yes. It's my only one.
I have to get you another 85 watt. Thank you, Paul. You're a good man, Paul. This looks like a little mouse chewed it. It probably, a little mouse did chew it, knowing this place. Seems like we still don't have a green light. Uh-oh. Something strange is going on here. Let's check the voltage. 0 volts is coming through. Interesting. Let's see what happens if I unplug it from the MacBook. Oh, wait. Uh-oh. Aha. The wire that Paul has given me has seen better days. It's giving me little shorts. Good my ass, Paul. Am I getting trolled by not 1 but 2 MagSafes here? Nothing. WTF? What the is... Okay, is my power supply trolling me? What the hell is going on here? My power supply is trolling me. You piece of shit. You're not sending any voltage out. Wow. Okay. Fucking horseshit, man. This is what I get for buying this piece of shit Aventec power supply. I got an email from the circuit specialist dude actually asking if we'd be open to us trying some equipment or having him sponsor a stream. That's one of the very few times I've been contacted by a company that I actually respect and that I've been using. I've been using their power supply and recommending it for like 2 or 3 years now. And they were interested. I got to ask that dude for a power supply. Yeah, so it's not my MagSafe. It's this fucking piece of shit power supply that I have up here. I have no bench power supply. Wow. Oh, that's so sad. It's dead. It's dead. Puts out nothing. Yeah, 20 volts. This puts out 0. You're dead as a dodo. Let's see, what if I lower the voltage all the way down and then start you again? Yeah, it's 28 volts. It's putting out nothing. All right, let's interlude while I find myself a standard shitty-ass adapter. Go figure. Money always flies out the window working here. It's always something. It's always something. Something is always broken. And sometimes it's not even the MacBooks. I killed my bench power supply.
What?
It puts out 0.3 volts.
You sure it's not that tip? Camille was using that tip. I don't know if he destroyed it.
The wiring is a little, but no, I mean, I unplugged everything from my bench supply. I put multimeter test leads. It says it's putting out 18. It puts out 0.3.
Oh, that poor little thing.
If I combine the 12 and the 5 volt rail of an ATX bench power supply, will that give me an ATX power supply, will that give me 17 volts? Actually, yeah, Steve, don't we have the Seasonic here that Steve was all, I'm not putting a Seasonic 420 power supply into my computer. Ooh. I do data recovery. Look at me. I'm not using that pleb shit. I'm Steve. Here we go. Fuck it. He doesn't want to use the pleb shit. I'll use the pleb shit. So can you combine 12 and that to get 17 for a MagSafe?
I don't know if you can do that on this.
Well, I'm going to find out. In somebody else's belongings. That's the right way to figure out if this will actually do it. I also need a paperclip. And I used the last paperclip I had on my bike brake since I lost that pin for the hydraulics. You know what this means? My MagSafe was good all along.
Aha.
I'm going to go back to using it since it was in such good condition. Minus 12 and plus 5 will not get me plus 17. That will get me minus 7. Minus 12 and plus 5. Yeah. Okay. Clean off this little piece of shit. It already has some Molex thing attached to it, so I don't even have to steal Steve's. Okay, so we cut all this shit open. It's only audio. I already have. I'm not paying for that shit. I already have. Hell no. Okay. Mm-hmm. I need a paper clip as well, don't I? Mm-hmm. Which one is it? Orange and black? No, the green and black. Green and black. Okay, fuck it. I don't need a set of fine and paperclip because I got a set of tweezers. Green and black are these two. This appears to be dead. I think the reason that Steve put this in the case is because it's dead. Let's measure this Molex. Yeah, you are not producing shit. Oh, DC volts, duh. I also forget which one is on. Is I on or is O on the power switch? I never remember that. Is I turning it on or is O turning it on? I is on. O is also for on. Pissing me off. Actually, never mind. O is for off. I is for on. But O is for off and O is for on. Okay, so we're not getting shit out of the Molex. Now, I used to think, am I wrong here? On the ATX connector, I thought that if you short the green wire and the black wire, that tells it to turn on. Yeah, that's bullshit. And the fan doesn't spin for more than a... Oh. That made a loud, angry noise. Are these tweezers not conducting or something? Try not to set tweezers. Aha! Those tweezers just weren't conducting. There we go. 12 volts. Perfectly safe, my friends. Okay, turn this shit off. So measure this where I'm going to be putting my MagSafe. So I've combined the 12 and the 5 volt rail to make 17 volts. Yoink. Why don't you make any much power? I want power. Ah, you're not turning on again. You're being a MacBook. Yeah, and you should be turning on. Got them tweezers dug. Okay, so this power supply, so the thing that I'm using as my test equipment is the piece that intermittently does not work. Or do my tweezers intermittently not fucking conduct electricity? That's not minus 12, mofo. That's plus 12. Chillax. Let's see. You do realize you are shorting 12 and 5 volt lines. No big deal. Okay, maybe a big deal, because now it wants to turn on. Yeah, this stupid ass idea is not going to work. I'm going to have to just get a MagSafe. Okay, so combining 12 and 5 is not going to happen. Fuck that. Okay. Next. That idea is not going to get me anywhere. Lewis is dumb. We continue searching for an 18-volt solution. Do you have that piece of shit Vio charger from yesterday?
I took it home. I reordered the cameras.
Are they making sense?
Yeah, entranceway 1, 2, 3. You know, it flows through the building. Here's
Pretty.
Here's a chart.
You made a chart.
I made a chart.
You're a chart-making person.
I'm going to put the IP addresses on the chart too.
Oh, Jesus Christ. And you made the chart in Illustrator instead of Paint.
Yes, I did.
And you have a Wacom tablet attached to the computer so that you can make a chart of where the cameras are.
Yes.
You fucking madman. You're a madman. Okay, I give up. I'm just going to use this Apple charger. It makes me sick. Disgusting. Practice. Gross. I feel like I'm admitting defeat. How much? Mute. Anyone else have really low audio level? That's because I wasn't speaking. When I don't speak, you won't hear much. Okay. I haven't set my fan curves up properly. I have to set my fan curves up. I just been lazy. Okay. That's an actual Apple charger. And we're still getting 16 volts there. That moves around to become 0. 16, 0. The good one, Max, says your videos give me the courage to repair a Z390 Aorus Extreme instead of sending it off for RMA. Thanks for helping me save this board from a random dumpster or a random person. All that was wrong was the disconnected header on the board. Good job. Those things are fucking expensive. I know. I have an Aorus. I'm using this Aorus auto-tune software right now, and to configure my fans, which I should have done if I was a professional before I started streaming. But I'm not a professional, so I'm doing my calibrating each fan one by one now. But yeah, and then I'm setting up my curves in between fixing the board. But that's really cool. You fixed a board that otherwise would have been trash. Fucking good on you, man. Congratulations, and thank you very much for the $40. Way too much, but I highly appreciate it. Okay, I am going to go get myself a diode from the store. Let's find myself a diode from the store.rossmangroup.com. And we're going to replace that diode with a better one. A happier one. A prettier diode. A happier diode. A better diode. What temps while streaming? I have 54 Celsius in the CPU, but that's with the fans being totally inaudible because all these curves are set near the bottom. Lewis, your audio. You don't know how to spell my name, fucker. Also, there's nothing I can do about audio sync. That is on YouTube. There is jack shit I can do about that. How about you go to YouTube and you complain to Susan and tell her that Lewis's audio is out of sync. You must fix it immediately. Because as you will notice, in the recorded version of this, when I upload this to YouTube, and I bet you $90,000 that when I upload this to YouTube, my audio will be in sync. It's YouTube. I can't fix it. What am I supposed to do? You want me to take like a fucking, screwdriver? What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? What the fuck? When people fix your audio, do you want me to take a fucking screwdriver to this and do this? Do you want me to set and go to the setting that says Susan W, make your fucking platform work? No, I can't sync it. I can't fix it. My screwdriver cannot sync the audio. Stop being a moron. Have an IQ that's over room temperature. I can't help you with that. No brain sync. No brain sync. Your brain is not syncing. Can I help you there? Alright, so now check it out. This may not actually be a diode problem. Look at that. We have a little probe point over here that looks destroyed. So what's up with this? Let's scrape away and find out. Vimeo.com/Rossman Group. I'm live stream to Vimeo, Twitch, and YouTube. Check that out. The connection to the diode is broken down there. It's not a great image, but I think I can fix my settings a little bit, make it look nicer, up the lighting, up the exposure to a Viceland TV level of exposure. The new diode's probably going to leave me in the same place I am now if it's not making contact. Let's look at the schematic in the board view. Now that diode needs to connect down here, and this side of the diode needs to connect up there, the ground. The hard part here is I can't measure under the diode. Or can I get a little bit of measuring in there? I'm really doing everything I can to avoid replacing this damn diode. I should just replace the effing diode. And also get rid of that damn solder blob. Huh? You made you. Now this actually looks like it's a fine pathway. What's corroded over here appears to be the probe point for me to test on. So watch, when I remove the diode, you'll see. So the pathway for the diode to go to the resistor is there. Thank you, JP, I appreciate that. And the pathway for it to go to ground is also there. So that was not our problem at all. Most likely this was just a bad diode. So I'm going to go ahead and stop being lazy and replace the damn diode. And being the madman that I am going to tap on the top of that diode. Ah. Is that too loud for you games with C's? Get the fuck out of there, you little green solder ball. Little green solder ball invading my board like little green men invading Crimea. Get out of my sight. Get out of here. Okay. Remember when HAKKO used to moderate? Remember those days when HAKKO used to moderate? Rapid cool. The fan spins. All along, all that was wrong with this liquid damaged MacBook was a simple diode. That's all this MacBook needed, was just a simple diode. This MacBook was picked at random. At no point in this process did Lewis pick his own machine from the queue, because that would be wrong. Wrong. That's it for today. And as always, I hope you learned something.